Hey kids, welcome to another episode of the 1 6 Pack, episode 52. If you're new to the show, yeah, I know, right? It's the new 52. We discuss 1/6 figures, hot toys, 3-0 in art, Asmus, third party, sometimes some Turd party. Keep watching if you don't know what that means. And we drink a little something while we do it. My name is Trevor, 1/6 Shooter. With me, as always, are my co-hosts. I have a Watt. Tommy D, Capes and Dot Rifles, TJ down there at the bottom. Boys, how are you?
I'm all right.
All right.
Can't believe
Doing
we've done
okay.
this 52 times.
What's that?
I can't believe we've done this 52 times.
I know, right? I
Or
know, it's amazing.
51 times.
Is it time? So New 52 in DC was their reboot. So is it time for a reboot? Are we starting fresh?
It's
From
we are. We're starting with your fresh haircut.
Ooh,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll be new hosts next week. So, we'll just bring people in, rotate people in. We take the week off. We bring some other people in.
There you go. 3 all new people.
Yeah, exactly.
I vote for
not even me.
We're doing
My
a
own
vote.
channel. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
that'd be cool to do. Actually, like just have 3 different people host the show.
That would be cool.
You know what I mean?
I would watch
That'd
that.
be fun. Maybe it's like an April 1st thing we'll do. Watch for that. We go live every other Friday. We're on the cusp of 1,800 subscribers here. So if you're not already, consider hitting that subscribe button. And while you're at it, smash the like button. Ring the alert bell to be notified when we go live on weird days like this, because this is not a Friday, and this is 2 Fridays and a day. Plus, since we've done our last show, so sometimes things happen, and sometimes we can't make it on a Friday. But here we are on a Saturday, and there's a reason we're here on a Saturday, and there's a good reason we're here on a Saturday. So sit back, grab a beverage, and let's talk some 1/6. Because we're on a little earlier tonight, this worked out perfectly. We were able to get our special guest. He and I have been going back and forth since I think last fall. I've been on his show. I've been trying to get him on my show. But he's across the pond, as they say. So it's a little trickier, time-wise. But if you like 1/6 talk, like we do right here, and you also like straightforward, no BS, no nonsense opinions on figures, or the state of the industry, and you enjoy a lilting Irish accent to go along with it, then I highly recommend you check out and subscribe to 1/6 Figure Focus right here on the tubes, because you are very much going to enjoy it and its host, Shane from 1/6 Figure Focus. My friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks very much for that very humbling intro, and thanks very much for having me, and really nice to meet Tom and TJ. You kind of remind me of something. You said something like a lilting accent or something like that. And it reminded me of this, like, there's this kind of like pineapple flavored like soda in Ireland called Lilt. I think it's
really?
I think it's maybe the Coca-Cola company or something, but it's...
Oh.
I remember... You ever heard it before? Lilt?
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I've seen.
It's kinda like
They have it
something
in
that's like-
England too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of I think it's pineapple flavor or something like that. It's really, really nice. But I used to have it a lot when I was a kid. But only last week I heard they're ending it. They're
Canceling
cutting it. Yeah,
Oh.
they're
Really?
canceling it. So yeah, Lilt.
No lilt. That's
Yeah,
a
no
sign of
lilt.
the times, right there, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just canceling lilt.
Cancel
I mean,
everything,
how
man. Cancel.
depressing is that?
That's how far we've come.
I know. That's it.
I think what happened is people like who detest pineapple on pizza, they're trying to take us down one step at a time. So they're getting rid of our Lilt. And
Are you saying
soon-
there's an anti-pineapple
Agenda?
cabal, like a
man.
conspiracy
There is.
agenda?
No, there is.
it's like
believe
Star
that.
Trek. You either like it or you don't. You know, pineapple on
See-
pizza. It's yay or nay. Marriages
Pineapple on
broke up over
pizza, I don't like, but pineapple in general, I love. So
Yeah.
I'm like that
Same
weird
way.
middle ground.
So
Same
I
way.
need
Yeah,
to know
yeah.
who on the show likes pineapple pizza.
I'm guilty.
I knew. Just
I'm
based on this
guilty.
conversation, I had a feeling.
Okay. Oh, something
Whoa.
new we learned. Wow.
All right, episode 52 is over. We're done.
That's it. Thank you very much. Good night. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't toss it out the window, but like I like a grilled pineapple. So I mean, like a little bit of pineapple. The way they slap it on there like pepperoni, though, I don't dig that. That's not.
It's too liberal, huh? Too liberal.
Yeah, it's a little too liberal with the pepperoni.
Like a
Or the,
slice,
with the
for
pineapple,
Sure. My partner loves pineapple on pizza, and she wants to get like a whole pizza of that. I'm like, but then I'd be done with it after a slice. I'm like, I would try a slice, sure, that's fine, but I don't need a whole pie with it.
Yeah, that's like getting like the barbecue chicken pizza or something. Like getting a whole pizza of that. Like that's a one slice pie, man. Like that's
I don't know.
that'll fill you
Barbecue
right up.
chicken's kind of good.
Well, yeah, but it's a lot per slice. Like you're getting like a half a piece of chicken on that thing. Man.
We just came back from France, and it was this beautiful pizza place.
Yeah,
we were eating in there every night, and the menu is entirely in French, and I've some very, very basic French, as in I know the odd word from school, so I'm barely able to make out what they were. But one of the pizzas was called Pizza Cannibal. It was just all meat. I thought it was funny the way they said cannibal, So
there's some human meat
you
on
can
that
imagine. So it's
Kind of a turn off, but very
thighs.
French, I would say, probably.
Yeah.
Nate's also there with you with the meat lovers. I guess he's a pizza cannibal, and I would also, I guess, subscribe as the pizza cannibal. I'm like an all meat pie guy.
Yeah, like pineapple on like a steak, like a skirt steak or something is delicious. That's great. Like I love like fruit and meat combinations are great. So I guess if it was a meat and pineapple pie, I guess I could eat that.
They usually put ham on that, don't they?
It's
For like
usually
a Hawaiian pie.
ham and pineapple. Yeah, I don't like ham.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I don't like ham.
Yeah.
I'm not down with ham, so screw that. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. We got Cloud Foxwell. What's up, Cloud? We got I am TJ Williams, my brother. We got Nate Strong. What's up, Nate? Eduardo De Jesus, Rick Emmert, Caleb Miller, 16 figure focus is here. Caspers Corner. What's up, Casper? How's it going, man? Joy's Toy Collection UK. Cool. We got some more people from overseas staying up late. Kirby Kai, Noir Kaiser Effects. What's up, Alberto? And that's it. Yeah, cool. Nice. We got some people here. It's an odd Saturday. Like this is not when we usually do the show, but we got our usuals here for sure. And hopefully some other people will jump on soon. So Shane, well, first of all, let's get into what we're drinking. Shane, what as our guest, and everybody's saying cool mic. Everybody likes Shane.
Yeah, it is a cool mic.
It's very hypnotizing when I watch your channel. Like I end up sometimes staring at the mic and seeing what color it's going to change to.
I get a few DMs about it as well, going, "Hey man, what mic is that?" Like but it's just in case anyone's wondering, it's the HyperX Quadcast microphone. It's actually a gaming microphone.
Oh, really?
Game.
It looks like a streamer microphone.
Yeah,
for sure. Like
it does.
Yeah.
It does the job and adds a bit of pop, like
flair.
So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So,
what are you drinking tonight with us?
what am I
here?
drinking? Well, I kind of been drinking since about 2:00 today. I did take breaks. I did pace myself.
Okay, good.
But I had a few Guinness earlier on. But this is actually an OHaras IPA. It's an Irish company. And then I got a few backups here. These are Rye River Brewing Company. So these are Irish as well. This is actually a session IPA. This, the one I'm drinking at the moment is a bit of a kick to, but this one here is maybe 4%, and this is actually a nicer flavor, and it's not as the alcohol level isn't as high. So it's a session IPA.
4% is kind of low for IPA. So yeah, that's...
yeah. Well, this one here there's a bit of a kick to this one. This is 6, and then that one's 4. It's a session IPA. You could have a few of them, and
So the OHaras
Not
you're drinking
too
is
crazy
which? Which is the one you're drinking?
This is an OHaras IPA.
That's
So
an
this
IPA.
is the one that's
Okay.
6%, and the other ones there are the session IPAs, which are nicer flavor but a little lower in alcohol level.
So, well, I was going to try and be, a little different because I thought, the obvious thing is Guinness. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love Guinness. I tried to find some Smithwicks. Oh, good. Tried to find some Scraggy Bay, which somebody recommended. Couldn't find it. So I ended up with OHaras as well. Yeah, but this is the
Literally.
Nitro Irish Stout. So it's got a little bit of a coffee flavor. I got to tell you, it's pretty much Guinness.
Yeah.
It's pretty much Guinness.
The can even looks like Guinness.
Yeah, it's pretty much Guinness. But it's a little less heavy and a little less creamy, I think. Which I love that about Guinness, but it is kind of a little bit of a lighter.
It's like a meal.
Guinness is a meal. You could eat it with a
it's like a
spoon.
meal.
Yeah. Whereas this is a little bit less that so, but a nice, it's got a nice head on it. And I am drinking out of a Guinness glass, which
Cheers,
somebody
buddy.
stuck in the dishwasher and screwed up. But okay.
Oh, that camera
Tommy,
goes in.
what you got, man?
Ooh, I kept it local as usual myself. So, and I'm also in the IPA department. I got the Fall River Lazy Hazy IPA. This is my backup. This is why I can switch it upside down. It's an 8%er, so it's a little on the stronger side. Oh boy! But they're
Keep
good.
those super chats coming to get Tom to chug back those.
You know, with it being middle of Saturday too, it's like I'm almost done with my first one that I cracked open like 10 minutes ago. And I'm like, I might need to run to the fridge to get a couple.
Have you ever seen Old School?
With
Frank the Tank.
Yep. In keeping with our Batman theme, and here we go.
Nice. Yeah.
TJ, what do you got? You said it was something special. How about something special? Is it Guinness?
It's Guinness.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, all right.
Rotation. It was either that or Coors Light.
Oh, thank God you went with
You
Guinness.
made the right choice, TJ.
I haven't had a Guinness since like Thursday, so I had to.
Wow, since Thursday.
I was about to say since the last time you had Guinness, which was
that's over 24 hours ago to TJ.
I know.
Wow,
too long.
Wow. How's it? Does it taste any different?
Just as amazing.
Is it bringing back all the memories of Thursday?
It's bringing back all the good memories, especially my childhood.
What's up, Fred? What's up? Richie's here. Haven't seen Richie in a while. What's up, Jordan? Oilers Workshop is here. Hedgehog action. Just watching his Saturday Day Live over on his channel. Go check that out. He talks about a lot of different stuff. And he's also one of our generous super chatters. So I just want to shout these guys out: Scott Baker, T. Belay, Aristotle, Hedgehog Action, Kevin M. Boots 77, Braku Prime, Boy Called Malice, and Jordan Bearded Toy Man. Thank you guys very much. Our super chatters from the last show. Very cool. All right, so let's get into this. Shane, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. I was going to try and download that sound effect that you used, the Boba Fett, the detonation. I'm going to start with how did you? What made you decide to do a YouTube channel? I mean, collecting 1/6 is one thing. We all know how we sort of kind of get into that, but what made you want to do this?
That is a great question. I think when it all boils down to it, I think it's the chance to communicate with other collectors, because I have a lot of hobbies that I really, really enjoy and stuff. This is only one of several things that is just part of my life. It's not my life. But say when I think of my hobbies, like running, there's a few of my friends who are big into running, mountain biking, girlfriend mountain bikes. It's good for the relationship when you have one or two hobbies that your sibling enjoys, because this is not her.
It is.
I've a few of my friends with snowboard and like to travel and stuff like that. So for all my little hobbies, there's one or two people or girlfriend that I can go, hey, do you want to go mountain biking next Tuesday, or will we go snowboarding next year? Or there's something that I can kind of connect that person and I can share that experience with. None of my friends collect. A lot of them into movies. A lot of them are very well read. They're they're cool in their own right, big into music and stuff like that. None of my friends actively collect. So it was something you always do on your own. And it's something I've heard a lot in the 6-scale community. So I would have started off like anyone, I want to buy something. So, just the way my mind works is I'm pragmatic. Like I'm a science chemistry teacher by nature. I do research things before I buy. And I also do a bit of crypto and Bitcoining, and because 99% of crypto is absolute scams, you really have to be careful of what you're buying. So I would treat buying figures a lot of the time kind of like that. If there's something I really love, I'll watch every review under the sun, whether it's the guy who has 100,000 subs or the guy that has 3. Once they've got that figure in hand, I like to see what it looks like.
And let me interject it. If you haven't checked out 1/6 Figure Focus, there is that stuff, and you can see Shane working through some of these purchases that he does, and he'll go through it with you, and it's cool, man. It's a different. I like the approach about it. You kind of like taking the journey with you and figuring out, is this worth it? What's the best way to get it? He does the math, man. It's crazy. But continue.
I have to, because a lot of the time, like the go-to example I go to is if I buy from Sideshow, and again, this is no shade towards Sideshow. Their customer service. I've had a few things with them; they've been fantastic. But because I'm buying something worth over €100 that is outside the EU, I'm subjected to customs and import tax, which is approximately 30% based on the price of the item and the shipping. So an Iron Man is not $400. It's going to cost me $50, $60 to get it over here. That's $460 plus 30%. You could be looking at $600 for a die-cast Iron Man. Yeah. Which this is an expensive hobby already. You don't need that extra thing. So I have to find other reputable, whether Hong Kong resellers or whatever. But absolutely, it all comes down to that. I saw these panels, like everyone. Like I watched Justin. I've watched Jeddah. I've watched the Man of Hot Collectibles. I watched Lael a lot. And I kind of like the Six Guild Scavengers, like they got me through COVID as far as I'm concerned, man. I used to stay up late, have a few beers, get some crisps, or you call them chips, don't you? Yeah, we call fries chips over here.
Yes.
And then we call chips crisps, but have a few beers, and
trunk is the boot. Yeah, I got
it. Yeah. I felt like there was exactly candy and sweets. I felt like there's these people who are all into the same thing as me and passionate about these movies and these TV shows and these collectibles in my living room, and then you might comment going, "Hey guys, thanks for doing this," and they'd say, "Oh, we got Shane from Ireland saying thanks, yeah, no problem," and that kind of included me in. Because COVID, and it's you can't talk to anyone or whatever. Well, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So I guess I wanted to connect with other people, and I also love editing. I find it therapeutic. I know a lot of people.
Yeah, you've said this before, really which is I find that this is perfect, man, because that is one of the biggest pains of doing these channels, man. So that's an advantage, and the fact that you just I'm gonna. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm going to jump over to your...
No, that's more or less... That's more or less the end of the I just wanted to connect with other people. I mean, like I'll be a collector. I've been a collector for years, arguably for my whole life. And like I'll be collecting long... I was like collecting long before I started a YouTube channel, and I'll be collecting long after. Like my collecting will outlive the YouTube, I would imagine.
Sure.
And as much as I love these different movies or films, as I notoriously incorrectly pronounce, and TV shows and collecting and editing and making videos and watching videos and being on live streams, like the best thing about the streaming or the YouTube channel is talking to other collectors who are passionate about the same stuff. So I could have answered that in 30 seconds to connect with other people. But
we appreciate the long form answer. That's kind of the modus operandi of this show. Is how we do. Everything's long form.
Yeah, it's true. At least with Tom and myself. But I mean, it shows 346 videos. I mean, you're at 1.82, and it's like that's a lot, man. It's a lot of videos. I commend you on that amount. And I got to say, your thumbnail game is very strong too. I really enjoy your thumbnails. You've definitely developed this over time.
I have been accused as I like kind of. I had to find my kind of like thumbnails. I think sometimes less is more. You don't want that. I personally like a cleaner display and a cleaner thumbnail. You just want to have the title can explain exactly what it's about, but your thumbnail can be like bang, get the person's attention. But I have been accused kind of somewhat by my friends joking and other people by. I know trolls going, oh, why did you like clickbait us? Like sometimes I'll say something like out art, because I know that there's this massive faction of people who claim that in art is the Hot Toys killer. So that's going to get their attention. They're going to get a bit annoyed. But literally underneath I had, this is a clickbait thumbnail. As in a little disclaimer.
Oh yeah,
don't get too emotional about it. But,
I remember this.
I have a bunch of red arrows pointing to that.
Yeah. It's a sense of humor. It's a sense of humor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this if you don't have a sense of humor, the channel's not for you.
Yeah, and this is great. I mean, like, this is the thing. Like, you are not really misleading anybody here, but leading with the word worst. Sadly, this is what people are going to click on. You know what I mean? Yep. Hype, worst, teased, dirty.
And I'm completely unbiased about the dirty one I'm looking at right here. You know, the worst one. I wanted to love that figure. Like, I don't have it in hand, but I don't need to have that in hand to know that it's not worth the money.
Sure.
Personally, the Dark Knight is like, it's means so much to me. I was really disappointed by the fact they didn't do the upgrades, and no disrespect to anyone who has that particular figure. I still have yet to see a Hot Toys Batman Begins suit that has the appropriate cowl and proportions and cape, and it's a bit frustrating, but first world problems.
Yeah, we're going to get into some Batman stuff, but definitely check this out. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe, man. It's a great channel.
Thank you. I
Shane does
appreciate
some
that.
great
Trevor.
stuff, and he's on all the damn time. I mean, if you want, if you're looking for something, and it's short, you keep it like short and sweet, which is good. I like that. Like for the most part, you're on for maybe an hour or so if you do a live, and then your videos are 10 minutes. 15 minutes sometimes.
In and out.
A little longer if
In
you're
and
going
out,
to a
yeah.
deep topic or something like that. But it's great.
Thank you.
And people have been commenting on, I didn't click this one, I don't know how far back it was, but just like they love Shane. Oh, there it goes. Love Shane's display. Clean. We were talking about that a little bit before the show. So you were talking about rotating things in and out. Are you actively putting things away in boxes and storing them somewhere and then bringing other things out every once in a while? And what's the thought behind that?
I feel like I need to give you a long form answer warning.
Hey, man, you're the one it's like 11. It's 12 o'clock now, your time. So go ahead.
So like one of the big, I like to read, but I don't read as much as I should. I'm the guy who buys like 5 or 6 books and they sit there for a year, and then eventually, God, I better read one of these, and I don't. But one of the best books I ever read was a book by Walter Isaacson. He specializes in like autobiographies. He did the Steve Jobs autobiography after he passed. And man, like he kept it light. Like I know nothing about like tech or anything like that really, but I really, really enjoyed how Steve Jobs, like Steve Wozniak, and they set up the company in his like mom's basement or whatever, and all the different politics and stuff like that, and how he was a fruitarian and everything. It was just so interesting how he was just driven. But one of the things in the quotes in the book, I think it was Rob from Pablo Picasso, it was like, good artists borrow, but the best artists steal.
Great artists steal.
Yeah, exactly. Great artists steal. And I basically like, and I will credit people when I've robbed ideas from them in terms of like my display. Like Jeddah had that. He had 4 Detolfs, and he had the grid, he used to call it, and he had 1 in each shelf, and I was like, I really like that. He was also the person that that's how I found about the Luke lights. And another channel then, it was Graham the Jedi Night's Watch built a custom riser because mine are raised up so that you give that respect to the ones on your bottom channel, or sorry, on your bottom Detolf, because I've heard people say
respect.
When I've heard people say like, oh, if you want to sell something, just look at your bottom shelf. And I never liked that attitude, because I was like, well, then what's the point in having a bottom shelf? So instead I just kind of raise them up a little bit, and it just gives a bit more height to them. So that was some other collector did that. Was Graham, and shout out to Graham Jedi Night's Watch. I picked his brain about that, and I wanted to know where he got it from, but he custom built it. But to your point about rotating, it was Roy Visser on the 6 Scale Scavengers was the first person that spoke about rotating, because he has a similar display. I don't think he uses details, but he has 1 figure per shelf. It's kind of very museum-esque, and people were asking him what happens why don't you display 2? And he goes, he likes the clean look. And then he was saying, okay, do you have more figures? And I think he had twice maybe the amount of figures, or maybe 3 times the amount of figures as a display face. And he was talking about rotating. Every now and then, take 5 or 6 figures out, give the place a bit of a clean, maybe do a repose, and then unbox the figures you've stored and put them in. And it keeps you're engaging with your collection, you're keeping it fresh, you get to do a repose, you can listen to stream in the background. It's very therapeutic, So 2 things I find really therapeutic that other people may find frustrating: editing and posing figures. I don't claim to be good at either of them, but I do enjoy either of them, that kind of way. Right. So rotating, it's I have to rotate unless I go modu cases. This room is not that big, so
I'm at the cusp of hopefully redoing this thing, and I'm going to go with I think I'm going with PAX shelves, because I really like them from IKEA. They're wardrobe shelves, so they're very deep, and you can adjust the shelving to any height you want, so you can do kind of stair step with like the Avengers or whatever. I like the way they look. The Magic case, I don't know. I'm not into it, but yeah, I mean, it is true. Like, I don't have my favorite things on the bottom. It's not stuff I'd get rid of, but I can't see rotating things in and out. I don't think I'd ever get to do it. Like, I don't think with everything else that I'm trying to do down here that I'd ever get to do it. I don't know. How do you guys feel like about, like, I love the clean look. I would love to have 1 per shelf, 2 per shelf. Yeah. But I've got some that are honestly
there's probably
4 or
a few
5
grails
per
there
shelf.
that I'd love to have.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Trevor. So it's I suppose everyone's different, isn't it? Like everyone's a different situation, everyone's a different taste, geography, wages, how you display, family situation. It's you got to do what works for you.
Yeah,
That's exactly
I hate it crowded, but again, it's the reason I want to do away with detolfs when I redo this room. But it's kind of that's a thing down the road that's going to happen. For now,
you sell those detolfs, man. Sell those detolfs, and what can you get for detolf now? 200. You can pay off your mortgage, man.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
they're supply and demand. What price are they now?
I think they're 70, 80 bucks or something like that.
Yeah,
over 100.
Are they over 100
No,
now?
we just bought all brand new ones for this place, and so I think they're like 80 now.
I thought they were 80.
They're over 100. I was like, last
I
weekend.
think they're 129.
Wow,
Well, dude, you're in Connecticut though. They just jump everything up in Connecticut.
Not true.
It's nuts.
It is true. All right. Very
Just
cool,
start
man.
rotating after this show. Thank you.
Are you going to start rotating?
Absolutely.
My problem is like I don't know where I'm going to store the figure. I mean, yeah, I have the boxes stored, but I feel a little like it's a cool area down here. You know what I mean? Like one point, I had some much older figures in a kind of a warm spot, and when I opened them up, the leather, had stretched. The elastic was dead. I mean, they were older figures anyway. I didn't really care, but yeah, I'd feel like I need to do something special with those to keep them preserved or something. I don't know. $129.99.
I just checked IKEA.com and they are now costing that. Yeah.
So it's
Are you kidding?
It's not just Connecticut. They were, and we.
Well, now Connecticut's are $169.99 though.
Yeah. Not even a year ago, we bought 6 new detolfs for this apartment, and they were $80 a pop. So they skyrocketed $50 a piece, like almost more than half.
It's probably the glass. I mean, I'm thinking it's there's nothing else to them, so it's got to be the glass.
Where's the logic? Where's the logic to the inflation rate versus like over doubling in price? Like it's
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That literally is double the price. That's double the price in a matter of 3 or 4 years. That's crazy. I would never pay $129 for a detolf. Wow, that's great.
Someone might pay you though.
I may pack.
Pay you.
I was gonna say, Shane, I might pack these up tomorrow and just sell these detolfs and get some pack shelves or something. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, cool. Let's get into some news here. News up here. We have got. Sorry, I gotta do this stupid. We got some releases that I'm just gonna go through real quick because I know these are a little dated. I don't think we looked at Shang-Chi.
We haven't.
Did we?
No,
we have not.
We
we're a little behind.
We're 3 weeks behind.
A couple weeks. Yeah, I know. So I don't want to go through this too deeply, but what do you guys, Tom? What's your feeling on how this came out? I know there was some people. The big talk was the body. It's kind of a man's ear or a bro going on here. I'm not really sure what's happening there.
I can see it. I mean, I think it looks good. I don't think it looks as great as the prototypes looked in the photos, but it does look good. I think that this is Shang-Chi's first appearance. We're going to be seeing him a lot more come Phase 5, Phase 6, and beyond. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to get a new updated one. But if you want the first appearance, I think it looks solid for a first appearance. Not one I'm going to run out and grab myself, but I still think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for. It's true. I think I'm going to wait. When I saw it, when it first came out, when I saw the prototype, I'm like, you know what? I like the movie. I didn't love it as much as other people did, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. Thought he was great. And I'm like, you know what? I should probably pick this up for the Avengers shelf, even though he's not an Avenger yet, but of course he will be. But I think I might wait till the Avengers version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's eventually going to come. So, Shane, what are your thoughts on this? I know I've heard your thoughts, but like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I haven't seen a good MCU film since No Way Home. Sorry to.
I know.
It's just
I know.
even like again, I went to see Quantumania today, and
I have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
Wow,
Look, I think that says it all right there. You're not rushing out
I know.
to go see it, right?
yeah, I don't like again without getting sidetracked onto the MCU at the moment or anything, but the like No Way Home blew me away. And again, Quantumania, it was kind of around the same level as the first two Ant-Man films. You know, it's grand family films, a few chuckles here and there, but you knew you're not going to get like an Endgame or an Iron Man 1 or whatever. It wasn't like a Thor Love and Thunder fiasco.
Yeah.
But,
Wakanda Forever
hyping it
didn't
up
do
to-
it for you?
Yeah, I like Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I
love
did like
Wakanda Forever.
I did like Wakanda Forever, but definitely not the same draw as the first Black Panther.
No.
But let's
Yeah,
face it, come on, they were what they did was very brave. Like
That was
They
a
did.
high mark.
they were making a movie with both hands tied behind their backs, essentially.
True enough.
And they pulled it off, which is kind of a miracle.
Yeah,
in a sense.
there was there was definitely a lot of positive there. I that's actually you've definitely you're going to keep me honest there. I think No Way Home would have blown me away. Wakanda Forever I did like, but since then it's not really like. So basically, I'm trying to show that I'm not being. There's a bit of bias there. I wasn't a fan of this movie, so it wouldn't matter how good this turned out. I was never going to get it.
So you weren't a fan of this at all? Didn't do anything for you?
The tram scene, love it.
Yeah.
I thought the
I know,
tram scene
I
was
wanted more
rock and
street
roll, man.
level.
Loved it. Loved the tram scene. It's just
Yeah,
so well
I think the end of the
choreographed, so
movie
well
was
done.
like just a little
Marvel
overdone.
does those big, like, we need an army facing off against an army, and then we'll have an intimate battle on the side. And I feel like they've done that a little too much to the point where, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't always need to be here's an army force versus an
It's
army.
getting, dare I
it's
say,
formulaic.
formulaic.
It's
Yes.
100%.
It is. Yeah.
Like, you could always have like a storyline facing off another storyline, and then sprinkle in a bit of action there. You know, just as a thought, maybe. But
Yeah. And
no,
it's weird because I think what people really love about these things and what people loved about Marvel Comics to begin with was the human interactions. You know what I mean? And the fact that these people were, you know, you could see yourselves in some of them. You know what I mean? At least, you know, maybe not Tony Stark, but, you know, Peter Parker and Steve Rogers. And I think it's lost a little of that personal, and it's, you know, a lot of it's going for jokes or going for visual eye candy. You know, I thought the end of this movie could have been great if it had been a little more street level. Would have been really cool. Didn't need a dragon, honestly.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, that's
It was
true.
cool,
That's true.
dragon, but yeah, it was.
It was a cool dragon, but it was dragging on for me. I don't know.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That's a nice
appreciate
build-up
that.
for
I
that.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Shane likes a good pun, so I had to throw that in.
I do love a good pun. Yeah.
So, TJ, what do you think? Did you pick this up?
I pre-ordered, but like same as Tom, like it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But
It's just a weird positioning of. I think it's this body suit, but because the chest is in the right
about
place.
the body,
it just
like I
looks-
can't really pinpoint it, but like it falls into that. Like I'll get it because I know I'm gonna shoot it, and I know I want to display it. So
I don't think the sculpt is terrible. It just feels soft to me. It just feels
Well,
very.
yeah,
The sculpt
because-
is good.
The sculpt is good. It just the prototype seemed a little bit
Yeah.
more detailed and
Yeah.
more
Yep.
perfectly Simu. My partner was planning on getting this like day one because she loved the film. She's a big collector like me, and she planned on it. And then ever since then, it kind of just tapered off. And when this prototype kind of showed up, she's like, "I think I'll wait." So,
Hey Mario, what's going on, man? Got some new people in here. Hit that bell. Hit that like. Hit that bell. Hit the bell too. Whatever. What do you
hit
want?
all the bells.
Hit exactly. Yeah. I mean, I want Shang-Chi in my collection. I think I'm gonna wait. For the next one. I wasn't a fan of this outfit.
It's just
so much.
it's a
either.
nice dragon scale top with
Yeah.
slacks. I'm like, yeah, I'll wait till there's a full costume, like a
Yeah, I think there's going to be
Whatever
something better coming along. All right, let's move on from that. That's a no from pretty much everybody here. Did you cancel it, TJ?
I'm keeping it.
You're keeping it. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it. I
Oh,
want.
right.
see
You
your
want to shoot it.
pictures.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right. You
I
wanna
definitely
shoot
want
it,
to.
yeah.
I'm excited to see your pictures of it.
All right. Next up, we had the Clone Trooper release for the 20 years of Episode 2, which was last year.
awesome, though.
TJ, I'm assuming that you got 2 of these.
2 of them.
I have 4.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
TJ is a big clone guy.
Yes, he likes
it
his
looks
armies.
great. Man, it
Only
looks
for, like
really,
the
really
Hot
cool.
Toys ones though, like the sideshow. Like I can do without those.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
so good, everybody.
And
Tom,
you're getting 4, TJ. So
Yeah.
do you have like, are you gonna, is this a plan for you have someone standing in front of them, or like is it like a
It's a
type of
plan
thing?
for that, as well as I want to do a lot of shots with just a lot going on.
Cool, yeah, that's cool.
you could
Yeah, they
get
feel-
2 and just Photoshop the rest. If you
That's
want.
work. Why not spend a couple extra $100 and then you don't have to do the work?
Yeah.
True enough. True enough. Well, all right. Right. I can't argue with that. Tom, are you picking this up?
I'll tell you the only reason why I considered it is for someone for like my Bad Batch to shoot in some pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I probably not. I probably won't.
Right. Shane, I know you're a trooper guy.
I am a trooper guy, but I've got to draw the line somewhere, and I tend not. I don't collect prequels, so
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry about
this
that.
looks
Wow, that's a crazy.
But,
Did you put that up to the mic to do that? Like, what?
It's very loud. Sorry.
Yeah, so
So
this
not
looks
prequel
great,
troopers
though.
then.
No, like I don't tend to. I don't collect stuff from the prequels, but the
Okay.
there's a few that tempt me. I do have a Commander Cody. That's the only prequels figure I have.
That's a
Okay.
gorgeous
It
figure.
goes in the trooper
I get it.
display.
Yeah.
It's it's just a great looking piece. It was a nice gift as well. So
Oh, nice.
I'd be tempted on the clone pilot though, because it's so unique. It's so
Yeah, he
weird
does look
looking.
cool.
It's so unique, but yeah, I'm looking forward to what other people are going to do with this. Like TJ, we know, having 4 of them and shooting them, and like seeing, like, I don't know, maybe you have like, I don't know, Mace Windu in front there.
I
Or,
really need a Mace
Whatever.
Windu now. You know?
yeah.
Yep. Hey, he's
Yeah,
coming.
all of us do. Unfortunately, we don't have Mace Windu. No, it's not that bad. It's all right. It's. Did you get the Chrome, TJ? Did you get the Chrome?
No, I would never shoot that. I wouldn't even display that one.
Because I was gonna say mine. So I got it, and I'm like, why did I get this? I don't really need this. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I got that for. I should have gotten this. I actually would display this.
This is a cool. Again, because I do want to do some pics with the Bad Batch fighting some clone
Yeah.
troopers. That's cool, but also I'm not a big prequel guy either. I know I've said it like 100 times on the show, but this is a cool design and it looks cool. And they're making this armor still relevant today with shows like the Bad Batch and stuff like that. So I bopped it around in my head a little bit.
The best part for me is, like, I know like a couple of clone trooper customizers that I can send this to, and because it's just all white, I can
Make them anybody.
redo any clone that Hot Toys probably won't make.
yeah, that's true. And if you got 4 of them, you can have anything you want, really.
Yeah.
Shane, did you do the Bad Batch, or you don't do Bad Batch either?
No.
Okay.
I'm notorious for ruling out entire lines to spare my wallet.
Smart.
So-
It's very
It is smart.
Yeah, it's just like original trilogy, yeah, Mandalorian, yeah, and even I'm not a completionist really in any sense of the word, but I
That's
tend to
good,
rule
too.
out things like prequels, sequels, animated Clone Wars, animations in general.
Yeah.
But like for a trooper collector, it's tough because a lot of these clones look pretty damn amazing. The
Yeah.
Bad Batch looks pretty damn amazing. Even their sculpts look great. So
my
it's
favorite figures currently.
just got to stay in my lane. You know?
They are really like I enjoy the show Bad Batch. It's not. I mean, it's not even. I don't even like it better than I like Rebels or even some of the Clone Wars. It's up there with some of the like the later seasons of the Clone Wars. But man, the figures look good. Man, they look really
so good. Like those
really
501st, and they came
Yeah.
out so much. Like they were like really cool figures.
Yeah.
Like, and
Oh yeah.
although like I'm working my way through Clone Wars, and I refuse to. I know you can go onto the internet and find the best episodes in chronological order. I refuse to do that. I want to just watch
The
them
whole
all.
thing.
So
Gotta watch the
I
whole
did the
thing.
same thing. Yeah, I did the same thing.
I've done season 1, 2, and 3. So I've been told it's just about to get really good now.
Yes, I
It's-
was about to say you're getting into the good stuff now.
It's all
hard
uphill
work
from
done.
here, yeah, because you had to endure like the droid party thing that the droids got together. It was there was some. I was like, I just got to watch this. It's only half an
so
hour.
Clever. It's so clever what they did though, because they just tapped into those like, almost preschool kids who just wanted to watch a cartoon, and then they they didn't even realize they were watching Star Wars, and then the storyline and animations got more complex as the kids grew up, and then suddenly the kids realized, oh wait, there's an entire 9 movies here. It's hooked them into the next generation of Star Wars fans and merchandise buyers. Like, it's brilliant.
Exactly.
So clever.
All right, so I think that's 3 no's and a yes for that one. Next
there was
up,
a yes
we've
that we
got...
all knew. It was like
Yeah,
I knew, it was just a matter of how many TJ was going to end up getting.
Yeah, exactly. We should have bet on that, actually. Now, Shane, I know you've been talking about this on the recent show, so we were a little caught up with time here. What say you about this?
I love this.
Yeah,
I just love this.
Good answer.
The opening 5 minutes of episode 4 of season 2 of Mandalorian, the Jedi, in everything, the music, the cinematography, the tone they set, the fact that she just took all those droids out. This was the hairs in the back of my neck stood up. This is just my collecting is rooted in good TV and good movies, and this is a triple threat. I love the character, and I haven't. Hands up, I have not finished the Clone Wars. I just said that, but based on that episode alone, love the character, love the source material, and love this look for the character. Doesn't necessarily look like Rosario Dawson. I don't care. This is class.
Yeah. Not.
I can see her there, but it's not 100%. Yeah,
Certain angles, maybe.
I'm going to make a prediction since you haven't finished the Clone Wars. You're going to get the last season of the Clone Wars. And then you're going to go back and you're going to buy that Hot Toys Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano. It's a prediction.
I really hope you're wrong.
It's a prediction. Just throwing it out there.
He seems like a man of conviction. I don't think he's going to go.
I know he's got
into the
convictions,
cartoons.
but I know he likes good. He likes good stories. He likes good TV. And that last season, is great.
When
Really
people
good.
come out and no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans, right? But when you have
Right,
these
exactly.
original trilogy fanatics watching the Clone Wars and saying that she has the greatest story arc nearly of any character, that's pretty damn amazing. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, oof, that last season is amazing.
I'm
Almost
more
all the
excited
way
to see
through.
when the Ahsoka show comes out. Like, I want to see the
cannot wait.
continuation of her story. I'm super stoked for that. And Thrawn, we're gonna get Thrawn. Like,
We're gonna get,
oh,
and we've talked about this before in here, but I mean, just thinking about it, we're gonna get Thrawn, we're gonna get Hera, we're gonna get Sabine,
Ezra.
and Ezra.
yeah,
Eventually,
we're gonna get all the rebels like grown up, and I can't wait.
it's gonna be nuts, man. I can't wait to have all of them on the shelf. That's gonna be incredible. Yeah, she looks amazing. Tom, what do you think about this?
I pre-ordered her the collectible set day 1, and I'm keeping my pre-order, and I cannot wait for her to arrive.
Collector set without Grogu?
No, with Grogu. I got
with Grogu, the
one.
deluxe. Okay.
Because I don't have the new Mando where Grogu can actually move his arms, so I'm glad that she comes with him as well.
Yeah.
I love her. But
The new Beskar Mando with Grogu. That Grogu can move his arms.
that's what I've heard. I don't have that
Oh.
Mando, but yeah.
And this
Yeah.
one can
I
too.
knew that.
Yeah,
Up and
I hear
down.
it's the same Grogu between this one and the one,
right.
the Mando Deluxe. But I think she looks great. I mean, I know it's not 100%, but I'm super stoked for it.
A little disappointed in the non-lit sabers. I'm not really sure what that's.
Yeah, what's that about?
Is
Yeah,
that because they're white? Is that because they're, like all of their sabers have a certain color that maybe the light can bounce off? Or
guess.
is
They
it
could have
something- are they just being
frosted
lazy, or-
the plastic,
Yeah,
though,
true,
and still
true.
got it.
It's just clear. Is it just clear? I haven't even seen. I haven't really
I
paid
don't know.
attention to it.
I think there's a bit of white paint. I'm not sure.
The Clone Wars one has the blue version, so.
It's nice the way they're asymmetrical as well. Like I really like that curved blade or hilt. That's pretty cool. The other one's shorter. It's nice.
Yeah, that's a little disappointing. I mean, I get it in that arm. It's not going to be like, I mean, obviously you can't put the batteries in there, but I would have taken, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. I guess there really isn't anything there you can do.
Retrofit those USBs, man.
I'd like a charge. There's got to be something you could put in there where you could set them on something and charge them for a little while, even if it was just for a few minutes or something. But.
The lantern doesn't light up either at all.
Nope.
And that would be
really?
That would be such a simple,
the Yoda came with a light up lantern.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. So thank you, bloggers, for fooling us. But yeah, I think this looks really good. It doesn't look like Rosario. TJ, did you?
Absolutely, I got the set.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. This is the last thing I have coming from a fairly non-reputable at this point
I want a
Hong Kong dealer.
Yeah.
No, not even that one. This is somebody
not that
else.
one.
Yeah, no, this is somebody else. So I've mentioned before, but I won't mention again. But just I'm done with them. It's the last thing I've had.
Hey, actually, I have something for Shane. Shane, if you finish the final season of Clone Wars and you decide you like Ahsoka from the Clone Wars, I have a brand new one that is selling for much cheaper than Sideshow.
There you go. Even better.
You're saying.
Mentally,
you'll mark it down for tariff too.
Yeah.
Yep. $10 value.
Friends and family.
Yep.
I cannot wait for the show. I can't wait for this figure. It looks great. Really, really great. Beautiful shot there, man. Who's this?
Ultraman.
Yeah, really nice.
So many display options too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way they did the Leku. I'm assuming it's the same way they did the Leku on the Clone Wars version. It's a little bendy.
The shoulder.
I think it looks very much like Rosario there. I think it's pretty good. There's just something about it. Might be the makeup.
They accentuated some cheekbones and her brow a little bit. But
yeah, I
her
think
brow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe her lips as well.
But it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, let's move on to this dude. Now, Shane, I know you have this heavy Mando. You're not selling that and buying this, are you? Or are you?
No, I'm not selling it and buying this, but I could be potentially selling the one I have. It's a cool figure. It's a really, really cool figure. It's a beefy, big, imposing looking figure. The kind of rail gun or whatever he comes with is cool. The jetpack's cool. The weathering. I've nothing bad to say about the figure at all. But it's kind of like when I think of Mandalorian, it's like, okay, I'm not a completionist in general. I'm not a completionist when it comes to the Mandalorian. I don't want and don't need and wouldn't be able to afford everything anyway. But what are the key episodes for me? I want a Durasteel. I want a Beskar. Ahsoka we just talked about 100%. I have the Boba Roba. And then maybe the Luke. They're the kind of episodes that really stick out in my mind. You know, are Tusken Raiders an important integral part of Star Wars lore and culture? Yeah. Do I need a Mandalorian branded one? No. You know? So do I, and see, I'm a trooper collector, so that's where it gets a bit complicated. But so again, I have it here. It's kind of at the back of my mind going, it could be one potentially on the chopping block. So I'm definitely not going to pick this up. This is a real issue. Like you have a jellyfish.
And I wonder. Yeah. I'm assuming this has dropped a lot. I haven't really looked at the Yeah, it's interesting. Like it's not something I thought they were going to reissue. It's really
wasn't
weird.
Going for crazy money. It was creeping up.
No, it wasn't.
It was creeping up for maybe $450 and stuff, but it wasn't going for like insane.
I thought for a while there it was up in the $500 or $600 range when it first came out and sold out pretty quickly.
Because it went to waitlist before. It went to waitlist before it was released. Before it was cool, you know.
Right.
You know, as in
right, exactly.
Now everything's going to waitlist. Like
yeah, that's true. Before everybody knew what the hell that meant.
For someone who like I didn't get the first one of these. I didn't really need the heavy Mando, but like I don't know the difference between the two. Or is it straight up just a straight
there is
release?
none, man.
It's up that shield. The shield, that's it.
The shield, and people were saying the knife, but no, the knife.
I think the knife came with him too. Yeah.
The way I put it across in my videos, the original was cool, and I still think this is cool, but I don't see too many people going, oh, they have to get this one with the shield now. But happy for the people, like, they don't, these reissues and 2.0s, they don't bother me. It's like, I'm happy for the people who want to get it.
For people to get a chance, right? Yeah, and if you came to doing this, the YouTube and whatnot, for the like-minded mindset of meeting other collectors and whatnot, it's just going to make other collectors happy that missed out on it or didn't get the chance to get it. And I think that's great. I'm all a fan for reissues.
Like I was saying, for like the Mark 6, I have the Mark 6 behind me there. It's the diecast one. And I was saying for that was going for, I've seen used ones. Like, okay, if I sold mine, I'd have to mark it used, but it's basically as mint as it gets. There's no broken parts. It's complete. But that was going for over like $1,000 on eBay. And there's people kind of going, you know, they're probably reissuing stuff from Iron Man 2 or Avengers. Would you not like sell that and like anticipate a new one? I was like, okay, but what if the new one's different and they don't include something for this one? And even if it's exact same with extra stuff and better, it's still gonna be a 2-year period where my favorite figure arguably is not on my shelf. So it's like, life's too short.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
so,
yeah. Agreed. For a minute, for half a minute when it first came out, I'm like, did they make him stockier? But then I looked at mine and I'm like,
I just thought he had like more weathering or something, but I didn't look back to see other pictures. So it's just kind of funny.
I don't think
to see.
so. I think it's a straight reissue with the shield, and it's got the name as Oilers, as Jordan points out. It points out it'll be on the box if that matters to you at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously setting this up for him to remove his helmet and be Johnny Fabs, right? Like that's like,
I mean, that's who's there. Yeah,
it's his voice. But it's not obviously him in the suit, and I think they'll have to do it from the chest up in order to.
This is the thing.
He ain't fitting in that suit at this point. I don't think.
Like,
no offense.
If they do, if this one had if he had removed.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Like, if he removes his helmet now and they have a third one, and the third one they announced has a Jon Favreau head sculpt. Come on, this guy gave us Elf, kickstarted the MCU. And arguably saved Star Wars. I know people say will come back and say Star Wars was still making millions. Yeah, but storylines and stuff, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
It'd be very hard.
Making
to turn
money
down.
and being good are two different things.
Yeah, it'd be very hard to turn down. I don't know. Jon Favreau.
It's interesting that
cool.
it's interesting that if they're going to do that, I mean, I don't know how much advance notice they don't have seasons advance notice, so it's obviously not going to happen this season. But you'd think they'd hold off reissuing this until, well, maybe not.
No, they've
just
done.
They're just going to make people buy it again.
Yeah, they'll happily put this back up for period at the end of like this year with a new head or something like that.
And if it's a good,
we got in like a year span.
Yeah, and if it's a good Favreau sculpt, I'll fucking buy it.
It's a cool photo.
Yeah, really good photos, man. These are really nice photos.
Yeah.
They're playing it fast and loose with the branding. You know, it's like as seen in the Book of Boba Fett, but we're branding this Mandalorian. You know.
Yeah.
Those the Mandalorian episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, which were the best episodes of Book of Boba Fett.
We interrupt the Book of Boba Fett for 3 Mandalorian episodes. Thank you.
Oh, that's what made that entire series worth it.
Word on the street is you're not enjoying this, so we're going to make you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, what the hell is this? This is not an accessory. I mean, Brother Cousins and I say it all the time.
Well, legs are accessories.
Yeah.
I mean, the construction version of the Mark III does not come with legs. I'm just saying.
Oh, if that's your measurement, your level of measurement, I guess you're okay. I can't argue.
It's half
with
price as well.
Right.
Want to be.
True enough. Him and Lieutenant Dan. All right.
Nice.
Let me move to this.
What a character.
Before I get in trouble for that. Yeah. So, Tom, start with you. What do you think about this?
I have loved Daredevil's yellow costume since the comics, since I started reading Daredevil. Daredevil Yellow is one of my favorite comic books. I pre-ordered this, and I'm very ecstatic for it. Even though his red suit is behind me, I know some people are like, I have the red one. I don't need the yellow costume. I'm going to get probably all the Daredevils they do, I guess.
Yeah.
That's just what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think it looks
I'm
great.
wondering if they're going to carry this through to his show, or if they do and then they change it in a few episodes or something like that.
The yellow is apparently a prototype armor. So what we're going to see on the show is up to about 4 different costumes of Daredevil.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of Hot Toys potential on the way.
I like the sculpt. It's great to get the sculpt.
Yeah.
And it's a
Although
good
it
sculpt.
does look weird with the glasses, doesn't it? You saw the JC Hong pictures.
Without the glasses?
Yeah, without the glasses. With the glasses, it looks spot on.
Oh, does it look bad without it? I didn't see that.
It looked a little wide-eyed. Yeah.
Oh, no purrs, right?
No.
No point.
It's no fun with him.
Right. Yeah, how do we feel about the Ahsoka being a DX? Like that's weird.
She does come with a lot, and she has the moving eyes and whatnot. So
Well, the deluxe one does. I don't know about the other one.
I feel like she doesn't come with enough to be a DX. Not quite enough.
I agree with that.
Shane, any interest in this?
I just gonna come in on that DX Ahsoka thing because
Yeah, go ahead.
the only common thing that the DXs seem to have is the foam packaging.
Boom.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did a whole show on that. That was our conclusion. We did an entire forensic breakdown of every DX throughout history, and our conclusion was the only
The phone.
thing in common is foam.
It became our whole sign-off to the show after
It
that.
is. May the
so,
foam be with you as our sign off to the show at this
Brilliant.
point.
I like that. I like that. It's because it's one of those the Emperor is wearing no clothes statements. That is, you're a long way from the Bespin Luke 2-pack type of buzz, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I think this looks great. I think I watched the first 2 seasons of Daredevil on Netflix and I enjoyed it. I'm gonna go back and rewatch from the start. That's probably a terrible idea because then I probably
No,
want
it's a great
this.
idea.
No, it's a great
I love
idea.
this color code. I think it's really cool. I know a lot of the hardcore comic book fans and the fans of the show, they want the kind of red version. I totally get that, but I
The
really
real
like this.
hardcores though appreciate the yellow because that's how the character
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, it's the first appearance, no?
Yeah, because he used his
Yeah.
father's boxing attire to make a suit out of.
Right.
Plus, the
That's
character's
really cool.
blind, so he has no clue that he's wearing yellow. So come on.
Yeah.
True enough.
He can probably hear the yellow, you know?
Yeah,
You probably
It
can.
it just sounds loud.
Yeah.
What-
But,
Well, he did
I think
see,
this
so
looks
he doesn't
great.
know what yellow is. I mean, like he doesn't know what
Yes.
the colors are, so he has an
And
idea.
the dude owns the part. Like he owned it in a Netflix show. He owned it
man.
in he caught that brick like a boss, man. In No Way Home, I loved all that.
I love that moment. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, in Ireland, like we're fairly when we go to the cinema, it's not that animated. Like I've seen reaction videos to in the cinema in the States when like Cap wields Mjolnir and stuff like that. But Irish audiences are not really like that. But I went to see No Way Home opening night, and the first big reaction was Charlie Cox, and these 4 or 5 guys behind me lost their shit, and I was just like, you just made my cinema experience better. Like I love the way you're hyped about that. But yeah, no, this looks great. I'm just not a hardcore Daredevil fan or anything.
That was me during that
Yet.
movie. I used to collect on my side wall over here. I have all like artwork from artists and whatnot. They have a whole collection of Daredevil. I was a big Daredevil guy. So yeah, this was like a dream.
It just
come
had a
true, seeing
great
him in yellow
visual
costume.
look, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when Frank Miller drew him, like wrote it, and that whole comic book, that whole look, he just looks cool, man. He just looks really, really cool. And this yellow,
I'm glad to hear Tom saying that like he really likes this look because I'm hearing a lot of people leaning they want that 2.0 of the red suit, like so. It's I think this is different. It's very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
yeah,
good to
cut
get
you
the
off.
different. I mean, we'll get a 2.0 of the red suit when we do
Yeah.
the Born Again show. I'm sure
well, they may go to black for that, don't you think? Don't you
They
think
might,
they'll go
yeah, black and red, and you know what? That'll be a great suit too. I'll have all of them on my shelf. It'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Daredevil could be an Iron Man for me. Like, I'm not really into the Iron Man, all the armors and stuff like that. There's a few that I really like, and then I don't need to have. But I mean, I could get into having like 3 Daredevils, like with different suits. I don't know what it is. I think they did a great job interpreting this in the MCU look and feel, and still containing some of that. Because I mean, a spandex suit like his father's wrestling suit would have been goofy, but
Head sculpt is super. I really like it.
super.
Yeah.
TJ, what do you think? You picking this up? You're picking this up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my favorite suit. The yellow and red. The original.
Yeah. And is anybody picking up She-Hulk? I know, Tom, you are?
I'm waiting for whatever comes next.
Okay.
Like the next
For
show.
She-Hulk? Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
TJ, you
That
picking
figure
up She-Hulk?
looks amazing.
Yeah.
It does look great. It does
That
look great.
figure looks amazing. And if anything, you could pick her up and have her picking this guy up, literally.
I know.
But,
Yeah,
That's kind of what I want to
Like
do
the
on the
bedroom
shelf.
kind of thing.
it's a
Kinda what I
pity
wanna
because I wasn't a fan of the show at all. I've yet to buy or pre-order a Hot Toys figure from any of the Marvel TV shows, and I've yet to go back and rewatch any of the Marvel TV shows. It just doesn't have that, like, whereas the Mandalorian I've watched several times, but
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this episode, and I think that She-Hulk figure looks so good. But no, I'm not picking them up. But
Yeah.
they look so good together, don't you think? Like the
Yeah, they will.
contrast with the
colors look
green
great.
and the fact that she's taller than him, and it's just all those little differences will look really well together.
I would
I'm
really
hoping
like to
she
see.
shows up in the Daredevil show so we can see
Yeah.
how that transitions and maybe get something out of that. I know she's supposed to be in the Captain America movie.
Yep.
So I'm hoping.
I like the actress.
She's great.
I
Yeah.
love that actress. Orphan Black.
Orphan
Such a
Black
great
is
show.
amazing. Yeah.
I think she's really cute as well. Like, and I do think
very.
she did a good job at what she had. I just think maybe it wasn't her fault that the show wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, they lost their way. I mean, they followed the John Byrne book, the feel of it, but I just don't think they gave people enough action for a superhero movie. You know what I mean? Like, I think they were trying to appeal to, like, I mean, when they said Ally McBeal in the MCU, it's like it really kind of was Ally McBeal in the MCU, which, a courtroom drama. I want to see some of that for sure. I want to see.
I was
her
waiting
in
for Tim Roth to
Go straight evil.
I thought he was playing the game.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Kumbaya, kumbaya. I'm going to get out here, and then next thing I'm going to go absolutely mental. But
exactly, which would have been great.
I mean, I know I'm probably an outlier here. I loved the She-Hulk show. I think it's up there.
I liked it.
The MCU shows. I loved the ending to it, though. I loved how they were like, we could do this, but not. Let's do this entirely other thing.
That was very much in keeping with the comic book, though. I mean, that was very John Byrne, breaking the fourth wall, going weird and meta in that book. Like, it got weird and meta in that book. But then she would break out into other things, and this is what I hope they're going to do, is when she gets into Captain America, or if she gets into Daredevil, she's going to be herself, but there's going to be a little more action. It's going to be oriented around those shows and a little more in that vein. I hope she joins the Defenders. I hope if they lead up to the Defenders again, I hope she's more on that side than maybe the Avengers.
It'd be great if we had like more of a comic accurate Defenders, because we do have Doctor Strange in here. We now have Namor. She-Hulk could become the Hulk from that. And then they introduce the Silver Surfer. We have that kind of coming in as the final fourth member.
Absolutely. All right. What do we got up next here? Oh, yeah. There we go. There he is, baby. There he is. Shane, take it away, sir. Take a minute.
He's having a moment. Give him a minute. Yeah.
Adjusting his pants.
Oh, God.
I like the
this is like a lot of people out there. Their collecting is rooted in maybe they're just their love of toys and collecting in general, or their love of comic books, or their love of a particular cartoon or animation or anime. Like, mine is rooted in my love of movies. Like, and the first movie I remember truly loving as a kid was this. Like, it wasn't the first movie I've ever seen, but it was the first movie I was like, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, my mom and dad like this as well, and they're grown-ups. So maybe it's okay for me to like this when I'm a teenager or a grown-up, and revisit it when I was like 10 and when I was a teenager, when I was in my 20s, and I always pick up something different. And like, I do think the Dark Knight trilogy are better films, but for the nostalgia, I just love those first two movies. And I had been really tempted to go back and pick up the I think it's the DX08. I think it's DX08. But certain things, the price mainly was putting me off, and I thought there was a chance they'd do this, and when they teased it, it was like, just like it's just it's just one of those movies that there was one Christmas, I think it must have been Christmas 1989. It was either 1989 or 90. So this movie was released, I think, in the summer, and I didn't see it in the cinema because I was too young. But I remember specifically for Christmas, I got the Toy Biz Batwing. It had a little kind of like a handle, like a gun underneath, and you could pull the trigger, and the little scissors pythons came out and the clamp things, and I had the Batman and the Joker to go with it, and I remember just thinking they were the coolest toys any kid could ever ask for, and I will never ever look at this movie and not think about that Christmas. So that is like, yeah, this is definitely coming home, man. You know,
Yeah,
this is
I
one
mean,
of those
this
ones
was-
if you sell everything that you won't sell this.
This was such it was such a phenomenon. I mean, I still have a lot of like the McDonald's toys and stuff like that came out for this, and the cups and stuff. I mean, it was phenomenal, man. It was huge. That and returns too. It was just amazing. Yeah, I mean, this, like, growing up with the '66 Batman and thinking that was cool, and having my father tell me that was supposed to be kind of a joke. That show. I'm like, oh really? It's like, yeah, they were all like third-rate actors, like washed up, B movie people, and I'm like, oh, I think it's really cool. Like, you know what I mean? But then you get this,
you're a
and
kid,
you're like,
aren't you? And you're like,
yeah, exactly. Like,
you don't
it's
know
like,
what corny means or cheesy is. You're just happy there's people kicking each other's
I
ass
have no
just like that.
idea what camp even means. That was I think probably my first introduction to the word camp. And like, I thought it was cool, and this comes out, and like, even the commercials were like, oh my God, what is this? And the dark, as you know, just the dark feel of it, and God, it was so good. I mean, groundbreaking. It brought us to where we are.
You know the way, like, okay, you have the Joel Schumacher films, and there's so much like cheese and corniness and campiness and that, whatever. And like, there's a certain amount, a few lines in obviously 89 and 92 that are a bit campy or whatever, but
Of course,
it gets away with it because it's in the Burton verse. I was watching during the week. I rewatched 89. I rewatched 92, and I realized it gets away with it because it's so dark and gothic, and it's just the Burton verse. Edward Scissorhands could very well have been taking place in some creepy mansion at the top of the hill in the exact same universe that this Gotham is set in, and it would
Exactly.
it would fit in.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It's love it.
You know what it is? I mean, like, I rewatched it like a couple of years ago, and like, there was some cringy moments in terms of like, acting in lines and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, but like, and especially in Returns, but like, you know what? It's like, at the time, this was like, you had to throw a little bit. This is Ghostbuster, you know what I mean? Like, it was, you had to try to appeal, but it was so still like, no superhero movie had been done like this, you know what I mean? So even to have to just, I think I glossed over that stuff when I was a kid watching this, you know what I mean? It just didn't even faze me that there was some goofiness to it, because it was so cool comparatively what I had ever seen for a superhero movie, you know what I mean? The Superman maybe accepted, but that was it.
It started a lot. I think it's a lot of the movies we have today probably wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this movie. But
Exactly.
Do you know what? I was when I was rewatching Returns, I was like, this script is racy. Some of the stuff Danny DeVito says as the Penguin, I'm like,
oh yeah,
I'm really glad he said those inappropriate things, because he would be cancelled now if he wouldn't get it. You know, it was just like some of the stuff, like, go back and watch it. He said some pretty racy stuff.
No, I know.
But it's dark in a lot of ways, kids.
Who is picking the? I'm assuming everybody's picking this up.
Yep.
Tom?
Nope.
No? Passing, huh?
I saw this movie when I was 7 years old in the movie theater with my folks. They took up me and my sister, and I love it to this day. Grew up with I think it was a Toy Biz figure with the extending belt that would hook onto things, and he would zip up to it. One of my favorites. Same thing with the Superman from that same line. But this isn't the suit that, like, I'm a comic guy, so Batman in his gray and black and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I do love the gray and black.
Yeah, I need the spandex. I'm weird when it comes to Batman, kind of weird, even though I do have the Dark Knight stuff. But I think it looks amazing, and I'm really stoked for. I know there's a lot of people out here that are going to absolutely love this.
I mean, it's not going to move.
Right. That's what kills me.
But it's not meant to, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's meant to be a representation of the movie in which he couldn't move. So, like, it is what
and
it
they
is.
made that work, supposedly, for what we've seen for the new Flash movie. It's the same kind of suit, and yet they have him doing action stuff where his top body is just like moving around like this. And I'm like, I can't wait to see how that goes.
Technology.
Yep.
Technology.
Not bad for a 71-year-old.
Yeah, really.
Oh, and Michael Keaton is Batman.
Yeah.
He's Batman. He's awesome.
Yeah.
So talk about I gotta take one step away here for a second, but talk about like what do you think we're gonna see? Are we gonna get this setup here, these screens? I know people have been talking about it. I don't know why they would show these things if they weren't going to, but
it was at Comic-Con. It was at Comic-Con last year. So I thought that we were going to see this set come out with multiple different versions, right? Like a super deluxe where we got the computer screens as the background, but we didn't get that, it seemed like.
I love this. Man, I wish they would sell this.
I think it's going to happen.
I do too. I think they're going to do it. I think this figure is going to do gangbusters for them. And then they're going to actually do a version with this as well. Or what was the base that they sold recently on its own? It was one of the Spider-Man bases.
The Lizard base?
The Lizard. Yeah, I feel like they could sell this one probably on its own even. And people would go, I would probably get this for my Batman figures. Like, I think this is great.
I love it. Joao Big Brother pointed out that, have you noticed that there's no Joker images on any of the screens?
Huh?
I did not actually. That's a good point.
So, I don't know if I fully buy the whole Jack Nicholson is really awkward about his licensing. I feel that that's something that one or two YouTubers said, and everyone's just ran with it now. But then again, the guy's totally minted and he calls the shots at this stage, I'd say.
Yeah.
So he can do what he wants now. So maybe he is. But it is interesting, the fact that there's no images of the Jack Nicholson Joker on any of these screens. So that does back up that argument that they're being very careful about it. So
interesting.
Wow. I think this is happening, though. It has to be shown.
I think this is happening. I feel like Hot Toys probably will go do whatever they possibly can to Jack Nicholson to be like, hey, why don't we see if we can get another figure in the works, see if we can get you on these things. Because I know there's certain actors, and it wouldn't surprise me if he was one. I know for a fact Benicio del Toro is another that's very kind of like protective about his likeness. That's probably why we never got a collector from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And so I could see Nicholson being one of those because he's, as you said, he's minted, right? He's one of those that he could call his own shots and people are going to just have to bow to it.
It may just be the expense too. There was that 1/12 company, like this third party, like putting out like those Mezco style that supposedly. Who was it?
It's not Flix actually. Flix just did the Heath.
No, not Felix. It was something else, but they have it and they're calling it. I mean, it's a Chinese company, so who the hell knows? Maybe they're just being ballsy and just calling it the Joker. But everybody assumed that they had a license for it, or somebody said that they had a license for it. So I don't know. Maybe.
I love a company that doesn't play by the rules, unless they're not shipping my shit.
Okay,
I don't know who you're talking about, but you might be talking about the thing that I think about daily. I have a company that's not shipping my shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
dude, when you're a guest, you don't need to do this.
Yeah. No, man, like you see, it's
Thank you very much.
I think it's the most bizarre thing when I'm on a stream and that little thing pops up, and it's like it's really humbling. But it's like, wait a second, someone just gave me $10 for talking about movies and things I like.
I know.
Why don't they teach you this at school? Like, why like this is. I would have been working on this YouTube thing since I was 16.
I know.
Yeah. So
thank you very much.
I think they're teaching that now because I think every 16-year-old has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know exactly. And I have to thank you too. Like Shane did fundraising through his super chats for charity all through like the latter half of last year, or was it the
last 4 months? Yeah,
the last 4 months of the year for a children's hospital in Ireland charity, and it kind of spurred me to do the same thing with the Toys for Tots at Christmas, and it was great. It was a great success. Everybody, really contributed, and same with yours. It was a great success too. So it's very cool. And I mean, this isn't free either to do. So we all always really love to get somebody to do that kind of stuff every once in a while, but not necessarily our guests, but I'll take it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, I'm hoping we get this too. It's weird that I don't see this being sold as an individual piece though.
No?
At the base. I don't know, unless there's
with like light up features and everything like that. I feel like
this looks like a base. Like you would.
It
Why
does.
wouldn't? Why wouldn't you sell this with the figure as like an alternate to the? Well, I mean that's another package you got to put together. But
Well, I think that they should do a deluxe version again with this included, but just like the Spider-Man with the lizard, you could do it separately as well.
even more
the people
foam.
Who got this with the because I want the gargoyle base. I think that gargoyle base is kind of bad.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Right?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna click over to that because I love that thing. That looks great. Did I pass that? I think I passed it.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
there it is. It's
Yeah.
fantastic, and like
This
I
is the
feel
way
like
I'm
they
going to
could do
have it
all
on the
these.
shelf too, right here, just like this.
Yeah.
Looking
Hell yeah.
sideways, not moving his head, aiming the gun.
Yeah. I can't tell if you're being serious now. I love this look.
oh no, we
Oh, yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
No,
We're serious. Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're not actually going to pose him behind it, but only like about 20% of his body is behind it." I think that looks amazing, man.
I think it looks
It's
incredible.
So awesome. That's a baller move right there. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm behind this wall. I'm just gonna get you.
I mean, it's ripped straight from the movie, man. It's great.
Faces look so
I really love these faces. They're really incredible. This is amazing. This is great. I know they had a 2-pack way back in the day. I nearly bought that from one of the Hong Kong retailers who had it, but they said something about, they can't account for it was like in a sort of a damp area and they can't account for like any yellowing or something. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that.
That sounds sketch right off the bat.
Yeah. It was a decent price for the 2-pack with Bruce in the tuxedo, but I would love that as well.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, like
the ripped cowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, but I don't know. For some reason, I really just love Keaton in this, and I really loved Keaton as. I don't feel like I need every Bruce Wayne that's ever been. I never felt the need to have a
Batfleck?
No, definitely not Batfleck. But what's his name?
Bale.
Jesus, Bale. Bruce Wayne. I don't know. I just never felt the need to have a Bale Bruce Wayne. Do you have one, Shane?
I tend not to collect civilian style characters. I like stuff that's otherworldly or comic book or superhero or science fiction. However, I'm very interested.
That is your
to
favorite
see,
movie.
Yeah, what InArt does, because they've said they're going to do that DX19 style Batman, and they tend to have a trend like single pack, double, and double is maybe a different version or an alter ego. So if they do something like that DX19 Batman and then Bruce Wayne, Bale in the pinstripe suit, I don't think I'll be able to refuse that if they do a good job with that. So it's one of those ones that I'm like passing on a lot of things to be ready for the thing you think they're going to drop. So I don't have any Bruce Waynes.
The only thing about the Bale Bruce Wayne is that it's basically American Psycho. That's
kind of
what you're
is.
buying.
You say that as if it's a bad thing, Tom.
No, I don't. I kind of mean it works for both, so it's kind of like, why not?
Yeah. Well, if InArt announced they're going to do like a 2-pack from The Dark Knight and they have the Bale Batman, I'm instantly going to be Googling 1/6 scale videotapes because, he'll be returning them. I'm going to need that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis in the News 1/6 CDs.
A 1/6 Walkman as well. You can
right.
take that off Star-Lord. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Some business
Did
cards.
you read the book? That's one of the books
No.
I actually did read. I had to put it down several times. If you think the movie's messed up, that
I've
book
heard
is
that.
graphic.
I've
Very
heard that.
descriptive.
Oh,
heard that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Our friend Doggy Duck Design did a great set for him.
Oh, yeah, I remember. We actually featured that on the show for a little bit.
Yeah, I
right?
took some pictures for
Couple
that.
of
It was
instances.
really, really cool. Very nice. All right, so this is a definite yes for me. Now the question is,
That's a hot Batmobile.
who's getting this? I mean, Tom, you're not because you're not even getting Batman. But who amongst us is getting this Batmobile? I think I'm halfway. I'm floating here like a shark fin. Like I just maybe. TJ? No, it's a no from you, Don.
I doubt it.
You got
I do get a 1/6 vehicle. It's not going to be this.
okay. Do you have any 1/6 vehicles besides speeders?
No, I passed on that one. I really wanted the Ecto 1, but like it's It's like $4,000 now to get.
Yeah, I know it's nuts.
Yeah.
Well, they have the new one, but from the
It
new
hasn't
movie.
announced yet, has it?
Yeah, it's been announced.
The new one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from
They dropped
yeah,
the teaser.
yep,
Huh.
yep. It's
The
been
Afterlife
announced.
one, yeah.
The
Okay.
Afterlife one. Yeah, it's coming out. It's pretty good. I mean, there was a big discussion as to whether that's going to be something that they the next movie they're going to kind of
Retrofit it
bring back
make
and
it
clean
better.
up. Yeah,
Oh,
make
they
it look
totally
a
will.
little bit more like
Definitely.
the old one, but with some accoutrements or whatever. So we'll see. I don't
They'll
know.
do it because they'll sell more toys.
That's right. Does it fit two figures side by side? I do not think so.
This is actually also not my favorite Batmobile.
No,
No.
What's your favorite
the
Batmobile?
animated series is my favorite.
66
Batman.
Batman.
The anime series is phenomenal. I love that Batmobile.
So I don't think I told you
Spoiled
guys
for
this.
choice. Spoiled for choice, aren't we? Like, because the animated
know.
Batmobile is amazing, and then the 66 is just
the 66 is hot.
It's so
Yep.
stylish. Like, there's
I like the
I-
new Pattinson one too. I personally love like the hot
too.
rod looking like muscle
too.
car. I think it's badass.
I am on the cusp. So
it grew on me.
I don't think I told you this, guys. This you guys. This I
Exclusive.
put down a deposit on the 66.
Nice.
Somebody
Good,
canceled.
man. Good.
I passed on it. I was like, I talked myself out of it. I'm like, nope, that can't do it. Love those figures. They're some of the greatest Hot Toys figures they've come out with in the last 10 years. But I'm like, I can't do it. And then I got an email. I put myself on the wait list. Why? I don't know. And it said, hey, somebody canceled, so you have the opportunity to get this. I'm like, God damn it. God damn it.
Now I have to.
Sign. So I put it down. I'm going to get that. So now I'm thinking forward of redoing the stream, and I'm like, how cool would it be to have 66 Batmobile, this Batmobile, the Batman
Tumbler.
Batmobile, the Tumbler. Yeah. So
Tumblr, the
I
deals
don't
are
know.
they've already started to
I'm
arrive. You know,
Yeah, I'm pulling. I know I was talking to you about that on your show or in the chat. I think I'm pulling the trigger on that one with my
Nice.
my savings.
I thought you did the other day when you sent it to TJ.
I thought
and
so
I.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I keep. It's one of those things that I keep putting back in there, and I keep like looking at it and going, if I get it now, I don't have any place to put it right now, so it's just gonna go, over on the
Yeah,
side.
but the
here.
deal is now. Get the deal.
I know.
You know, if you have space issues and you have 3 Batmobiles, like I'll watch one for you.
See, there you go.
Oh,
You have
okay.
a nanny, a built-in nanny for your Batmobiles.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we could do that. We could do that. Yeah. So I think I don't know. Then you have the Jazz Inc. one, which has been talked about a lot, and it's twice the price or almost twice the price.
no, it's more.
$1,200?
Yeah, it's twice. It's more than twice the
$1,500.
price.
It's $1,500.
This is $715 in Sideshow,
Yep.
and Jazz Inc.'s $1,500.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just don't see. He's pointed out a lot of and I get it. Like there's times when I feel like, perfection is necessary, like in doing custom stuff on something that I really care about. But I just don't think it's enough to justify twice the price. I mean, I know there's going to be some nice features in there.
There's talks of a remote opening.
I heard that.
canopy.
I heard that. If
That
he
would
does
be
that,
amazing.
but again, it's like one of those things that you show people, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, cool. And that's what you're getting for your extra $700 is basically somebody going, oh,
Show people or sit there in the chair and open and close it.
Yeah.
until
all right,
it
all right,
breaks.
yes, realistically, yes, That's what it's
Yeah,
going
a
to
glass
be.
of
Yes.
scotch and a remote.
2 hours
Like,
later, smoke
money
a
well
cigar.
spent.
Yeah, I'm a baller. Yeah. So cool though if he does that though.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, just continuing on from this discussion, we don't have to go anywhere else but this. But you're a fan of the Batman, Shane? The new one?
Yeah.
You've picked up the in art, or are you picking? No, you're going with Hot Toys, right?
I've bought and paid for my last payment is next month or something with the Batman
Okay.
with the signal and everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I've I suppose a relationship with Lion Rock Toys, a good kind of
Right.
a relationship with them. So I have reached out and go, look, maybe hang on to one of those single pack rooted innerts. So I'll have the option hopefully when it comes out or whatever.
Okay.
So I just don't know. Like it's, I just don't know. I've paid off the other one anyway, so I don't know. Do I need both of them? I want to see how it turns out, but yeah, that's a like it's a strange one because like I'm always going to watch anything Batman related.
Yeah.
Keaton loved those two movies for the nostalgia, but from like a movie filmmaking point of view, I would still say like Nolan is my favorite director.
Yeah.
Bale's my Batman. They're better movies in my opinion.
Yeah.
And when I heard they're bringing out yet another Batman after Batfleck, who I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I was like, what? Why do we need another Batman movie? Why can't we just like not have a Batman
There'll
movie
always
for like
be
20
more
years?
Batman. There'll
There
always
is,
be
yeah.
more Batman.
And then I watched the movie and I was like, yeah, that's pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad
We
I'm
needed another Batman, and this was a
That
good
was
one.
the most comic feeling Batman movie I've ever watched. I felt like I was watching a graphic novel in cinema, and it was
Yeah, that's
blew me away.
Good point. I think the Nolans brought it into like almost into
Realistic.
reality.
Yeah.
It felt real.
Which I like. I love that
The Tim Burtons felt like a cartoon brought to life,
out
Yeah.
there.
over the top,
Yeah. You
gothic,
didn't know if it was
dark.
What era was it? Was it the 60s? Was it the 70s?
Right.
What was it?
Yeah.
Like, it was, yeah.
And then this movie felt like modern comic books, like gritty
Yeah.
reality, and like it was real and yet unreal at the same time. I hope that they can carry that through with everything because it was great. I really love the way they did it.
I hope so
My
too.
question, yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I hope so too. I
Yeah.
love that. There's so many Batmans. And the comics are the same way, right? Every writer that touches comics, every artist that touches comics, we're getting an entirely different Batman. So it's kind of amazing to see that in cinema now as well. And I feel like they can kind of keep going and kind of keep getting new styles and iterations on Batman. I'm really excited for this new DCEU. We're going to get the Batman and Damian together as like a Batman and Robin from the start kind of thing. So it's there's always new Batman stories to tell. So I think it's great.
Yeah. And we're definitely getting. Yeah, I'm with Shane. I didn't love Batfleck at all, really, and it's partly the movies. It's partly I don't know. It's not. I don't have any problem with Ben Affleck. I didn't feel it. But we will.
He was always Daredevil
blue.
to you, right? That's what it is. He was. Always
Yeah,
Daredevil.
definitely.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
he was
I knew it.
so
I knew it.
Daredevil that I couldn't get past. No, I don't know. But yeah.
You know what,
my
though?
question. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, John.
In terms of like physique, like okay, Bale was
Oh,
an
yeah.
absolute unit in Batman Begins, but in terms of physique, if you look at his like Ben Affleck's physique was probably closest to the comic books because the dude was a brick shit house. Like I mean, he was huge.
He felt like the Dark Knight Returns to me. Like I would have liked to have seen it done.
That's what they were trying, right? That's what they
I
wanted
know.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of wanted
just-
to allude to it without really doing the good parts of it.
That's it. They didn't do the build up to it. They just jumped straight to the end, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you accept
like, hey,
this,
the
right?"
Dark Knight
You're
Return is great. Let's bastardize
Yeah.
that and
Yeah.
then stick Superman in there in
And
an
that
awkward
is
way.
That is why I have the battle damaged armored Batman down there. It's not necessarily my love of Batman versus Superman.
Right.
It's the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel, and the animated version is super.
Right.
It's so
Oh
good.
yeah.
But
Oh, I
thought
love that animated movie.
when they eventually
both-
fought, I thought it was quite cool. Like, do you know the I know you make the joke about prep time, but I really liked how it showed him going away CrossFit Batman to carry the extra weight of the suit, and then developing the kryptonite spear and the kryptonite bombs and stuff like that, the gas, and he was sourcing the material because he has the money to do that, and setting up the traps with the guns and stuff. I thought the fight was pretty cool. Do you know?
Yeah. That was cool until Martha.
There are moments of
Martha.
those movies that I really like, and I'm one that really likes Batfleck. I think he's kind of great. I just don't think he had the movie to shine. Like there was no movie for him to really show, and it's kind of a
Maybe-
shame. I feel like if Affleck got to direct his own, he would have gotten there. But
Well, apparently he's directing the new one, right? Like I've heard that's the rumor. He's going to direct the next one.
He's not going to be the Batman. Yeah.
No.
So,
But I've heard. I mean, here's my. I was going to say, like, I've heard that this Flash movie from other people, like people who in the know who've seen it, it's like going to be one of the greatest comic book movies. People are saying one of the greatest comic book movies made, which I will believe when I see it, because all I've heard about the last 5 or 6, as we were talking about earlier, Shane, MCU movies is, this is going to be it. This is going to be good. It's like, Thor. Whoa, it's going to be okay. But
God,
now Quantumania is going to reset, and so we'll see. But this may be his last hurrah, and maybe this is his moment to sort of shine as Batman, and maybe this will be the movie that I'll be like, you know what? I got to get that gray and blue Batfleck. It would be great.
I'm already thinking they're going to do that with that Batpod yoke. They're going to do that. That's going to happen. Like
for sure.
They're not going to pass up the opportunity to make a vehicle.
Absolutely not.
That's the blue and gray's coming.
Yeah, this would have to blow up and be a complete bomb for that not to come out. It's going to happen for sure.
Yeah, people are going to go nuts for that blue and gray Batman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. There's a clip. He's in the blue and gray.
Oh yeah, check the trailer for the Flash movie. Yeah, you can see it pretty clearly.
So my other question is, in terms of the Batman, what do we think? Has anyone heard, or what do we think is the reason for no Kravitz Catwoman, no Penguin with a? And I thought this HBO show was dead for a minute, but they just
I thought so
cast
too.
Clancy Brown.
Yes,
right.
As
Clancy
Falcone.
Brown is going to be in the Penguin. I'm like,
he's going to be one of the greatest
so
crime
this is
lords
happening.
in Batman history. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we not getting a Penguin? Why are we not getting the Riddler? Hello. The main villain to put on the shelf next to him. Now, InArt hasn't said anything, but it's not on their agenda. And Hot Toys, it hasn't even teased it in like as a background character in one of the Batman shots or something, like they do with Star Wars all the time. It's weird, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't get it. I want these characters. I want the Riddler. I want the Catwoman more than anything. I really want Catwoman from that movie. Any thoughts on that? Like, do you think we'll get them? At this point, it's been 2 years, right? When that movie came out?
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I really want the Catwoman for that.
She was fantastic.
She was great. She was great.
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say best comic adaptation of Catwoman on screen. I loved it.
Yeah, I just thought she was great. I just I don't think they're going to do it this stage, and I had faith for the longest time, but I just can't see them doing it now. And it's disappointing, because when I think of that movie, I was like, the 3 main characters were her, Batman, and the Signal. Like, I don't think I need anything else from that movie. I think I could just, because they get the Hot Toys Signal and the Batman and pose. If they did the Hot Toys of the version, just pose the 3 of them there on a floating shelf, and that's my representation. I don't need to go all in them personally, but like, I think maybe, and I hope I don't get any hate in the chat for this, I think she's maybe they think she won't sell, or I genuinely think she might be too sexy to capture. I genuinely think that, like, her face, they will not be able to sculpt her as good as she actually looks. She's such a unique, beautiful looking human being. I don't think.
But
look at the Kivit girl. Did you see the Kivit girl, or Civet girl, or whatever, the third party version of her?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I didn't even see that.
You need to look that up right now. Like, it is.
Can somebody pull that up?
It's
Civic
an insult to her.
girl.
It's I think it's CIVET girl.
Civet, like cat. That's another.
Oh,
It must be.
that's
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a yeah.
but yeah.
I
I
can't
have
imagine
seen
though.
this. I think we discussed this on the show. At one
Can you
point.
share it?
Yeah, give me a second. You keep talking.
I can't believe at this point in time, though, that every movie seems to, like, back in the day, it was one thing to get actors' likeness rights. It was a whole thing. And are we actually going to sell anything with it on there? You know what I mean? But now, especially a comic book movie, I would think that shit would be sealed up real tight with every movie that comes out, because merchandise is the key to those movies. You know, I know the Joker was an exception, and I guess that was either a Joaquin thing or maybe it was a DC thing. I don't know. I don't know if it was too. Oh God, yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you remember this now?
Like this is so insulting,
that
like,
out.
because, like, okay,
Yeah.
like Zoe Kravitz, like she obviously is a great actress. She did a fantastic job. Like she was a real strong female character, and
Jesus.
like I'd love to have more strong female characters in my collection.
Yes.
But like, and she's also like, she is stunning looking.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
this looks absolutely nothing like her. This
No.
doesn't.
Body type,
This doesn't look human.
Face. No, it doesn't.
Like,
It really
This
doesn't.
whole walk pose too is just
Oh my
something
God.
else.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
horrible.
this is
Photography is
the
horrible.
Wish.com T1000. This is the T500, man. This is.
You know what? I wasn't even going to. I wasn't even going to do this on this show. I was going to kind of leave it for later. But dude, that is the turd party of the
Turd
day
party?
right there. That is
For
I know it
sure.
was out for a while ago, but so that we don't have to go into it again.
Oh my god. Yeah, I had to take that down quickly. I couldn't look at it anymore.
Holy moly. Yeah, it's weird, man. And I really want all those things, and I really hope that we get that stuff. I don't know though. I mean, I think the Batman, like we're getting, reissues of the Dark Knight stuff. We're getting a reissue of Bane. We didn't show it here. I think we talked about it in the last.
We talked about that last time. Yeah.
Which looks incredible. I'm hoping this will come about, and I actually have another shot at Two-Face. I passed up on Two-Face too the last time around. I think you can pretty much pick him up for a pretty much what he went for. I think at this point, not too much more, but
They've teased the Hot Toys teased the Battinson Batmobile. They just had this
they did. Yeah.
shot
Yeah.
of the exhaust on it. Looked really cool.
and I was really kind of holding out for that because I really don't want to go the Jazz Inc. route on that either. I just think it's more than I need. I don't need sounds. I don't need necessarily smoke to come out from it. Again, it's like what you were saying earlier, and I'll grab a glass of whiskey and sit there in the basement and go, I am so cool. Like,
A monocle.
That's right.
I'm just going to play with my remote control canopy.
What do you think, Flopsy?
Yeah.
Yeah, true enough. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they'll come out with that too. I mean, it's a little weird the way that they've been throwing stuff out at us, but we'll see.
It's kind of hard to see any kind of pattern in what they're doing with what they're re-releasing versus what they're coming out new with.
Yeah. And the reasons that things are being held back and stuff sometimes too. But we'll see. Hey, we are at an hour and a half now, so I know it's getting late there, and you're looking a little tired, Shane. You've held it together. I can see it in your eyes. That's 12 beers today or whatever. You started at 2:00. I appreciate you being on here, man. This was fantastic. I'm glad we got this together. It was an awesome conversation. Anytime you want to come back on, we will do it on a Saturday or a Sunday at maybe 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. It's fine too. We'll see. Tom's on the West Coast, so that's like noon.
It's
for
early.
him.
Yeah. It's like 5
he's-
now.
He's going to go out to lunch after this.
So there's like 3 different time zones going on here then.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. We're pulling it all together. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Timeline.
This is great. We got a bunch of people in here tonight. Probably 30, 35 some odd people on a random Saturday. So I'm cool with that. But a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much. Let me take Turd Party off of there. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost like
it's
we're
like-
the turd party.
It's like,
I'm
no, we're not the
no,
Turd
no.
Party. No. It's branding, baby. It's branding. Shane, what do you got coming up on your channel? Next.
Nothing actually. To be honest.
Okay.
I've nothing scheduled or anything like that. I might do a stream tomorrow morning. We'll see how I feel. No, but at the moment I've nothing scheduled or planned, and there's nothing. I'm waiting for the drops really to see.
Yeah.
So
haired
I'm on
Joker to
Leon's
come in,
channel.
right?
That's sorry. Actually, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Lion Rock actually contacted me. I do have. They said the In-Art Joker. They're getting their hands on it on Monday, so they're going to ship it maybe Monday or Tuesday. So it might take a week or two to get to me, but
Yep.
I'll do a review on that. So
Yep.
hopefully that comes in within the next week or two. But I don't have any immediate plans to do any particular videos or anything. But I will be on the 1/6 Scale Man's channel tomorrow for Collectors Lounge International. It's 5 o'clock my time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern Coast and 9 a.m. West Coast. So
cool.
Yeah. So yeah. Look, thanks very much for inviting me, and very nice to meet Tom and TJ, and just thoroughly enjoyed all that Batman talk and everything like that. And of course, the few beers, any excuse, like, you know, I'm Irish, part of the culture.
So, like you need an excuse to drink beer.
It's really why we do it. We just get together to talk to each other.
We just call this Tuesday. But,
that's right.
Yeah. So if anyone's watching out there and you are into the 1/6 scale collecting, which I'm sure all people in the chat are now, if you'd like to check out the channel, it's 1/6 Figure Focus on YouTube and at 1/6 Figure Focus on Instagram. So thanks very much. Warning.
And might I say, you take some beautiful shots too of your stuff. So go check out on Instagram.
Copious amounts of what? I didn't hear what that word.
There's copious amounts of enabling and phonology goes on. Yeah.
I would hope for nothing less, please.
Yeah.
Right. Talk me into buying everything.
I know YouTubers will say, like, you know, it's like, you know, do you not feel a bit responsible for like your subscribers and enabling? No. You know, I like to give my audience the credit that like the subscribers are intelligent enough to make their own decisions. So like if I'm hyped about something, I'm hyped about something. So
my goal is to get Shane to get that.
I just want people to be as broke as I am. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. You feel good. Yeah. My goal is to get Shane to get that Aragorn when it comes up. That's my call.
Hell yes.
You're gonna be sorry, man. You're gonna be sorry.
Yeah. I rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy the week that those photos were dropped, just to decide how much I loved it. And I've decided I'm a fan of the trilogy, but I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I speak no dialects of Elvish or anything like that. So I feel like
well, you don't have to be a nerd.
No. Oh, I am a nerd. I'm 100% a nerd.
Why do you say that like that's such a bad
You don't have to be a total Lord of the Rings. Well, a
No.
Tolkien nerd, you know, where you speak Elvish or you speak Orc. You know.
I think I'm a fan of the movies, but not enough to justify getting that Aragorn. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's phenomenal looking though.
It really is.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really is. It really is. Cannot
It's
wait
a
for that.
testament to their skill. Like it's amazing.
And we'll see how it comes out. Hopefully, it comes out that way. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
hopefully.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it on this weird Saturday at 6:30. We'll be doing Friday again. I don't know if it's going to be this week to get back on schedule. Depends on what comes out. I mean, we've covered a lot of stuff. I don't think there's going to be too much between now and next Friday, but you never know.
There's a lot we didn't cover too, so there's even more if we wanted to.
We do have some third-party stuff that we didn't get to. Some Turd party, but I don't think it could beat that.
Let me just say though, in 2
Katya
weeks,
woman or whatever the hell it was.
2 weeks on Friday is St. Patrick's Day. We could do a St. Patrick's Day themed show and go hard.
Okay.
With shots, if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a whole other thing.
That's
Just saying.
That's a Friday. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Do you get the day off for that?
No.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, most people in New York take it off, but
yeah.
Oh, really nice.
Yeah, we get the day off for that, and it's on a Friday. It's actually pretty.
You should get the
sweet,
day
actually.
afterwards off. Is what you should.
Yeah,
really
that's what
do.
you
100.
need, really,
Who are you
quite
telling?
frankly. Yeah, quite frankly.
That's like the day after the Super Bowl for us here in the States. It's like that should be a national holiday.
Which is a Monday, which is stupid. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Whatever. All right, so tune in for that and get your super chats ready for that one, because that could be interesting if we do that. So.
yeah.
All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you. Hit that bell, and I'll let you know when we're going to see you. A week, 2 weeks, who knows? Bye.
May the foam be with you all.
Be with you.